Thank you for joining us. We begin with breaking news this news hour from Germany. And the Berlin hospital treating Russian opposition leader Alexey Navalny says test results indicate he was poisoned. Navalny was flown from a Siberian hospital in an induced coma on Saturday. He's a longtime opponent of Russian President Vladimir Putin. He fell ill on a flight on Thursday. Doctors in Russia earlier had said that no poison was found in his system. Let's bring in our correspondent in Berlin, Dominic Kane, who joins us now live. So doctors there saying that Navalny was probably poisoned. What more are they saying, and what do we know about his current condition?
His current condition is that he is in the coma. There's no immediate threat to his life, but the doctors here, in contrast, in stark contrast to the situation of what was said by the doctors in Omsk, the doctors here very clearly saying that what they found in his system is a toxin that belongs to what are called cholinesterase inhibitors. Those are effectively that's something which works inside the human body, inside the central nervous system, to control muscles in the body. Now, they are treating the patient, they are treating Alexey Navalny with atropine, which is an antidote they hope will work to counter the effect of these cholinesterase inhibitors. The point is, this is affecting his motor neurons, and those are effectively the ways that human bodies move, muscles, that sort of thing. The interesting thing here is that the doctors in the Charité hospital behind me, they're saying they don't know what effect this condition will have had on Mr. Navalny for the future. They are not sure quite if he ever is able to recover, quite how full his recovery will be. But the thing to take from this is the doctors are clearly saying there is a toxin, a poison in his system. They're trying to treat it. They're not sure exactly what it is. And that is in stark contrast to what those doctors in Omsk were saying. Those are the ones who treated Mr. Navalny first.
Yeah, and the German government, Dominic, has also spoken about Navalny's condition for the first time since he was flown to Berlin. But they're being very cautious about directly blaming Russia.
Yes, it's interesting. The governments, both of Germany, but also the French government, in the shape of President Emmanuel Macron a few days ago, were very concerned about what had happened to Mr. Navalny, and they wanted answers. They wanted to know what was in his system, how it got there, what could be done about it. And that's something that's definitely echoed by the German government too. We know that Heiko Maas, the German foreign minister, social democrat politician who was meeting his Ukrainian counterpart earlier today, was speaking about the situation regarding Mr. Navalny. It's very clear that governments in Western Europe, in the European Union, have grave misgivings about what has happened to him. The question now will be, is it possible for the specialists here in the Charité hospital to nail down exactly which of these cholinesterase inhibitors is actually in his system? What's important there is that there are certain nerve agents, that's chemical weapons, which contain the sorts of substance that would engender the sort of reaction that Mr. Navalny has shown. Now, there's no proof of that just yet, and there are other drugs and that sort of thing that are available which could explain the condition that Mr. Navalny has right now. But the fact that the doctors here have been so clear about what they think has happened to him and the sort of antidote they're using, well, it's very suggestive of what they think has gone on here.
Thank you very much for that, Dominic Kane, live for us there in Berlin.